everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea and it's nice to have you guys here. I featured a new Sephora purchase, I'll get to that in a little bit in one of the vlogs, and I've talked about mascara before, and I mentioned in that unboxing that I was going to do a video on mascara, and that's what we're doing today. And I'm also going to talk about my experiences with Latisse. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible, but I have quite a few mascaras to kind of run through and give you my opinions and experiences on, so make yourselves comfortable. So to start off with, I do want to discuss Latisse. It comes in this little bottle. I have been using Latisse for over 2 years. This was my third summer using it. I got it through my esthetician at the time. I still get it through my current esthetician where I get my facials done, and her lashes were amazing, and I always kind of envied them, and I would compliment her on them all the time, and she kept saying, it's Latisse, you should try it. And so finally I did. You know, I did the research. I looked up, because it is a drug. You technically get a prescription for it. You can get it through your doctor or through a lot of estheticians and spas and beauty places like that. You can get it through them, but it is a prescription. You need to research it the way you would before taking any drug. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you you should totally try it. And don't take my experiences as the only thing for research. Look up other videos on YouTube, read blog posts, you know, do your research before you decide to use this. My experience has generally been very positive. When you first start using it, you do it every night for 6 to 8 weeks. Pretty much until you notice that your lashes aren't getting any longer. They kind of max out at a certain point. This is about as long as my lashes get. When I get false lashes, it's not really for extra length, it's more for extra volume. Latisse does increase the volume of your lashes, and I definitely noticed that as well. My lashes are longer and they are a little bit thicker. What it does is it stimulates the lash growth. So you'll have more lash hairs growing and they grow to a longer length. It doesn't make them darker. Your lashes will look a little bit darker because you'll have more of them. I definitely notice my lashes a bit more now that I've been using it, you know, when I'm not wearing mascara, because there are so many of them. Even though my lashes are naturally very, very pale, they are more noticeable. So now I use Latisse every other night, every 2 to 3 nights. If it's been like 4 nights since I've used it, then I kind of switch back to using it every night for 4 nights. So the downside of Latisse is when you stop using it, your lashes do go back to what they naturally are. And I made that mistake once. I had gotten really lax with using it. I was using it like once a week and my lashes went back to very short and thin. Typical side effects are what you hear people talking about or asking about. The 2 questions that I get asked about the most when people hear that I use Latisse are, has it changed the color of your eyes? And has it stained your skin? It has not changed the color of my eyes. Again, I've been using this for 3 years and my eyes are still blue. My eyes are blue. Hello. They're definitely blue. I haven't noticed any tinge of brown or anything like that. I haven't noticed any change in the color. So they've not changed the color of my eyes. I kind of told myself if I started noticing any shift, I'd stop using it, but it hasn't done that. I will say there is some slight discoloration along the edge of, you know, pretty much where I put it. So it just looks kind of like eyeliner when I'm not wearing any eyeliner. I've just got, it's a very faint, slightly brownish tint, but it's not super noticeable, and I don't even know for sure that it's from this because I really wasn't paying attention to it before, so it could just be a natural part of my eyes, so I'm not gonna say it's this. One thing I will say, and again, I'm not a doctor and this goes against what the packaging tells you, but I don't use the brushes that it comes with. When you get the package, you get the tiny little bottle, and then you get like 120 disposable brushes, and you're supposed to use think 1 per eye or something like that. That way if you've got an infection on one eye, you're not transferring it. Like it makes sense. But if I have an eye infection, I'm not going to use this at all. Anytime my eyes are irritated, I don't use this. If it's been a long day working, or if I'm having a rough mental health day and I'm, you know, maybe crying at night or something, I don't use this if I think I'm going to start crying or something like that. So I'm really careful with my eyes in that respect. So what I use is a really fine angled eyeliner brush that I clean after every use. And so I put it on the brush and I really make sure that I'm getting the product right in that lash line, right at that space where the lash meets your eyelid. The brushes that it comes with just kind of smears it all over your eyelid. So I think that's helped me avoid too much discoloration. So that's kind of my experience with Latisse. It's been generally very positive. It definitely works. It's about, I think it's like $170 for the 5 milliliter size, and I think the 3 milliliter, if you can get it, I want to say I had bought a 3 milliliter size once for like $120. So it's not cheap, but especially once you're in the maintenance phase and you're not doing it every single night, a bottle will last you like 6 months. It'll last you a long time, especially if you're not using the stupid brushes that it comes with. Definitely clean whatever brush you use if you are using a reusable brush. I like it. I'm hooked. It's worth the money. My lashes are one of the things that really kind of stand out the most on my face, and that I am constantly wanting long, beautiful lashes. So this has been worth it for me. But it also has kicked off quite an obsession with mascara. I noticed when I started using Latisse and as my lashes started getting longer and thicker that some mascaras just didn't work for me. Mascaras work a little bit different on everyone. There are some mascaras that I'm going to go through that I know are like cult favorites that people absolutely love, and I hate them. And then there are other mascaras that I'm looking at that I love, and I know they don't work for people with oily skin or people with different kind of lashes. So mascara is kind of subjective. Everyone has a slightly different opinion, but I do have a bunch that I'm going to walk you through and kind of tell you what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, and would I repurchase them. These are more premium brands that you would find at Sephora or Ulta, so the price points are a little bit different. But I will say the mascara that I repurchase the most and that I am wearing today is the cheapest mascara of my collection. So stay tuned if you want to know which one that is. I'm going to save that one for last. One that I love that I've talked about before, so I'm not going to dwell on it, is the Urban Decay Perversion. It's got a really nice thick bushy wand. Love it. It just is really great at volumizing. It gives you a kind of nice messy lash look, but not clumpy, if that makes sense. Messy but not clumpy. I've heard that other people say that it is a little bit wet. It takes a little bit of time to dry. I kind of have noticed that, so just something to be aware of. And I've heard people who have, I think if you live where there's a lot of humidity or if you have oily skin, this one might not be the best for you. So that's the Perversion. Another one that I like, Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's got a really interesting wand in that it's thinner in the middle and thicker on the outsides. I found that this wand helps me to kind of cover all of my lashes but then give that extra lift to the outer edges. This is another one that I've heard get really mixed reviews. I have combination to dry skin. I live in a dry climate. I've never really had any problems with this mascara, for whatever that's worth. You'll notice a lot of these are sample sizes. I am a huge fan of the Sephora Lash Stash To Go sets. So that's where all of these, except for the Perversion, this was in the play box. So this one is the Josie Maran Argan Black Oil Mascara. This one was interesting. It's got, let's see if that'll focus. Of course, I'm wearing my contacts so I can hardly see today. It's got kind of this interesting, almost like spiral to the brush. My lashes really liked this, and they would always feel really soft and flexible, not like I was wearing mascara when I would wear this. I want to say it's like around the $25 to $30 mark, so it's not cheap, and I don't like spending that much on a single mascara. But I did enjoy this sample. I probably would buy a similar sample again. Rimmel does have mascara with argan oil. One thing I'm curious is if it is the argan oil in this that gives it that effect. So I've been curious to try a cheaper argan oil infused mascara to see if that has the same effect. But overall, I did like this one quite a bit. Blink is a really interesting mascara. The brush is really thick, and what this does is it coats your lashes and creates these little tubes that go around them. It's naturally waterproof. To remove this, you have to use warm water and a gentle rubbing motion, and then the tubes just slide off your lashes. It's a bit freaky and trippy the first time you do it. It works, it's good, I do like it. If I needed waterproof mascara, I would probably use this more often. The tube thing it freaks me out just a little bit, because sometimes I swear I see an actual lash in the tube as I'm looking at it in my hand. So it just freaks me out a little bit, but it's worth trying. I think some people would get along really well with this. The tube thing is partly a gimmick. When you wear this, it doesn't look any different from any other mascara. I've got a really great micellar water that takes off mascara, the other mascaras with no problem, so I don't really need a mascara that's going to stay on until I'm gently wiping off the tubes with warm water and gentle pressure. So for me, I don't really need this, but I think if you're someone who struggles with mascara and waterproof mascara, it might be worth trying. Buxom is another mascara that I really love. I've got on really well with Buxom mascaras. It's a plastic bristle wand, but it's the only plastic bristle wand that I've ever really gotten on with well. It just separates and defines my lashes so beautifully. It feels super comfortable when it's on. It doesn't smudge all over the place throughout the day. I'm a convert. I love Buxom mascara a lot. The Marc Jacobs Omega Lash Volumizing Mascara, basic wand. It's good mascara. There's nothing wrong with it except that you're paying Marc Jacobs prices, and I swear this is no different than anything you would buy in a drugstore. This feels like a $5 mascara packaged in designer packaging with a designer name on it and a designer price tag. So that's my thoughts on that. I am not wowed one way or another. Another one, I really wanted this to work. It's the Ciate Triple Shot. I think this would be great for some people. It's got a really interesting wand. I'm not sure if you're really going to be able to see it. It did make my lashes look really good, but despite it not being waterproof, it's not labeled waterproof, it's really difficult to get off. And it would always feel really stiff on my lashes and not very comfortable. And that was always a bit of a problem. The last two of my non-favorites, I only have one with me. The other is buried in a handbag somewhere, and that is the Tarte mascaras. This is the Tartiste, I think is how it might be pronounced, mascara, and this is the newer one. This is their lash paint. I've also tried, is it Lights Camera Lashes? Whichever is in the gold packaging. I've never tried the purple one. I've only tried the gold. I can't stand them. I can't stand either one of them. This is the wand on this one. Both of them hurt my eyes so bad. Oh, it really hurts my eyes wearing them. They are just so stiff. There's no flexibility. The brushes seem to hurt my eyes as I'm putting it on. And it's weird because I know people that love the Tarte mascara and I just don't get on with any of them. So I think there are people that it's good for. I'm not gonna, knock the product in general, but I'm kind of including them just as a general. If you also have not gotten on with these mascaras, you are not alone. I don't like them either. So getting into my favorites, I've got 2 high-end and 1 surprise drugstore winner. So the higher end one is this by Milk Makeup, and it comes in this weird like squeezy tube, and then the mascara wand is like 3 spheres connected to each other. This mascara is super comfortable. It looks great. Something about the way the wand is shaped, it just really does nice things to my lashes. This was in the most recent Lash Stash kit. It feels really nice. I really liked it. I thought the packaging was cool, and yeah, it's one of my favorites of this bunch. I'm not sure I would repurchase it time and time again, but it's definitely the one that I would like to test out a full size and see how I get on with that. The first Lash Stash kit that I bought, the full size one that I opted for from that set, is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. It's got a kind of curved wand, so it kind of does that. I don't know what it is, but my lashes just really liked this brush. The formulation of the Lancome is really nice. The packaging is gorgeous. But yeah, the formulation was great. It went on my lashes really nicely. The brush was great. Between the brush and the formulation, it was smooth, lengthening, volumizing, defining, not clumpy, just a really nice, beautiful, natural, slightly messy but not clumpy look. Definitely recommend the Hypnose Drama if you're willing to spend up to $30 on a mascara. I don't know that I will repurchase another one of these, but that's just because I am on a constant quest to find the best holy grail mascara, which kind of means trying every mascara possible. So I rarely repurchase a mascara, but there is one that I have consistently repurchased over the years, and as I said, it's one that I'm wearing today, and that is the Rimmel Extra Super Lash. It's just in a really simple plain package. It's got a very simple, basic, tapered mascara wand. Nothing fancy. Volumizes, lengthens, separates, defines. It's not clumpy. I have to go a little slow. I can't just whack it on my lashes, but it's great. And I get it at Target in a 2-pack for less than $5. So these mascaras are about $2.50 here in the US. So really cheap. Really cheap. You can't beat that. $2.50 for a good mascara. I really do think it's only the Buxom and the Lancome that I like better, but only slightly. And $2.50. Like, I want to say it's like $4.99 for the 2-pack. Sometimes I can find them individually. I can only seem to find these at Target. I've not seen them at Walgreens or CVS or Ulta. I really like it, but I am always on the hunt for new mascara, which is why I have purchased, I've been using the lid, the new Lash Stash kit, which comes with 10 mascaras, including 2 full-size ones, and then I think one of these is a primer. Yeah, there's a Smashbox Photo Finish Lash Primer. Got another one of the Latisse. This is gonna go with the stuff that I'm saving for my sister for Christmas. But you can see I've got another Better Than Sex. I've got a larger Perversion, a new Buxom, which I'm really excited about, Bobbi Brown, which I kind of think is probably gonna be like the Marc Jacobs. I will say I'll do another review as I use these. I have low expectations for Bobbi Brown and NARS and the benefit they're real. I've heard good things about the YSL Baby Doll. I need to look up one of the videos I saw, but I think I've heard decent things about the Estee Edit one, so I'm intrigued to try that one. But this is $45 at Sephora. I will double check as I'm getting ready to put this video up if they are still available. I think they'll be available for a little bit, but these do tend to sell out eventually just because they are such a great value. I think it's like $45 but $139 value for all of these. because again, you're getting a full size of 2 of them. This one didn't come with a voucher for a free full size, I think because they've just included 2 of them in here. And this one is a little bit more expensive than the previous ones. They've usually been about $29 for the 5, and then the voucher for the free one. So this is still a comparable value to the smaller sets, but I think because we're getting close to the holidays, they've just kind of amped it up. So if you are a mascara addict like me, I definitely recommend trying this out. I have loved all of the previous Lash Stash mascaras or sets that I've gotten before. Even though some of the mascaras aren't always a winner for me, there's always at least a couple that are an absolute winner, and I like it. So this video has gotten really long, but this is definitely for all of the mascara addicts out there. I hope you enjoyed it. If there is a mascara that you love and swear by that was not one of the ones featured in here, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm always willing to try out other mascaras. If you have had similar or differing experiences with any of the mascaras, I'd love to hear your experiences, and then other people can kind of see if you've done a video on any of these with a review. I think the more reviews you see, the better idea you can get before you purchase of if it will work for you or not. So yeah, let's maybe use the comment section as like a share and tell kind of a thing. I am getting a new mascara. It should be arriving sometime today as I'm filming this, so I should have already featured it in a previous vlog. I've got an order coming from 100% Pure, so that will be an all-natural mascara, so I'm really interested to see how that one works. I will probably space out when I use all of these. I don't want to open them all up and be using them all simultaneously, or they will all be dead on me within the next 3 months, and I'd rather make this set last for me for a while. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm doing Vlogtober. I'm doing a new video every day. A lot of vlogs, but some sit-down videos like this. I will see you all tomorrow in the next day of Vlogtober. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.